Hello and welcome back to Tidbit of Torah. This week we are literally blessed by blessing as we read the words of the famous priestly blessing in Parshat Naso. These are the same words that we use to this day in Jewish tradition to bless our children on Friday nights, to bless bar and bat mitzvah students as they become Jewish adults or other people at other life cycle moments, couples under the chuppah at a wedding ceremony. They're the blessings we find in our daily prayers or that we receive from the Kohanim, the priests, as they bless the congregation. These are important words in themselves, but also as a lens into the importance of blessing at large in our lives today. So let's take a look at them. We find them coming up as a blessing that Aaron offers his children and in turn all of Israel by saying, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and protect you. The Hebrew word for blessing comes from the root bet resh chaf, which means to bend, like berkaim, which means knees in Hebrew, reminding us that the act of blessing is one of humbling ourselves before God and other people, reminding ourselves that the act of blessing is one of channeling spiritual energy through ourselves towards another person, which is at one hand an act of incredible power, reminding ourselves that we have agency in blessing others, but also an act of humility as we remember that we are only one of many forces that help to bless and shape our children and other people. As I bless my children on Friday nights, I am channeling all the blessings that they have received that week from teachers and friends and other mentors and community members and family, gathering all the blessings and in turn the blessings that they have offered to themselves and to others through their life. All those blessings as an act of both receiving and giving, often simultaneously in our lives. The 11th century French commentator Rashi reminds us too that blessing is also something on the most simple, practical level. Rashi says these words, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, mean to bless others that they should be safe and protected and all their property and stuff should be safe. Often as we walk through our lives, we forget and take for granted just the blessing of being safe. And so as we invoke the priestly blessing, we are also blessing one another that they should be nourished and safe. That kind of physical and emotional safety that is a baseline that helps us to be able to be a blessing and walk through the world to learn and give in so many other ways. The second line is Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's face shine light upon you and help you to be gracious with yourselves as God may be gracious with you. I picture this blessing like a holy mirror that shines back light at us, that helps us to be able to illuminate all our strengths while being gracious with our weaknesses, to be able to find the blessings that we uniquely bring into this world and to be able to help shine a mirror to one another, to help them to be able to recognize the blessings that they uniquely bring into this world. The final line is Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God lift us up with God's face and help to grant us peace. The 15th century Italian commentator Sforno says that this lifting up is an act that God helps us do to be able to have greater vision, to be able to see that 40,000 foot way of seeing our lives and our world, to be able to help us get perspective, to see what matters and what doesn't, and to be able to figure out how we can best bring peace into this world, bring peace into our hearts and lives, and to figure out what it is that we need to do. So blessing is a way of inviting spiritual energy and connecting with one another. It's a way of humbling ourselves. It's a way of looking in the mirror and recognizing the blessings that we and others bring. And it's a way of getting perspective about what's important in life, about what we need, where we're headed, and where we can find true and lasting peace. Finally, I think it's important to remember that blessing is something that we both give and receive. One of my fondest memories around blessing was being able to receive the Misha Berach prayer for healing from Debbie Friedman, who would say to us, now this time, don't sing, just receive. Often as parents or other people, we're better at offering blessings and advice than we are receiving it. But to be able to sit back and receive a blessing, whether that's from one of our Kohanim blessing the congregation, or whether that's from a child or another person in our family or community, is absolutely crucial for us to feel God's presence and a sense of holiness in our lives. So as we head into Shabbat and we read about Parshat Naso and blessing, I hope that we can all find opportunities to both offer and receive blessings on a weekly and regular basis in our lives. Shabbat Shalom.